En Dillon Valley leemos y escribimos también en español. 1, 2 y 3.
Con la E, B, yo tengo una muñeca hecha de papel. Con la I, yo tengo una muñeca hecha.
In Valley, there is definitely a culture of reading here at our school. In doing peer observations and observing other classroom teachers as they teach, you can clearly see that students are engaged and loving reading on a daily basis. Students are excited to share the new books that they are reading and talk about the stories that they're very engaged and interested with.
I would like to know, Dayanara has been in a special reading program called Reading Recovery. She has spent 20 weeks in a one-on-one intervention with Holly-Anna Bates. How has Dayanara's reading changed, and how is she as a reader as a result of being in this program? I would also know, what changes do you see in her feelings and attitudes regarding reading? And finally, how do you support Dayanara as a parent to ensure that she continues with this wonderful growth that she has experienced as a result of Reading Recovery?
Ella pues le daba pena con los libros, el no saber leer, el que no entendía, pero ahora con la Miss Bates ha sido un cambio muy grande. Ella lee todos los libros en inglés y es muy poquito tiempo y ella lo lee todo. El cambio, yo la siento más segura con los amiguitos, con la maestra. Ella se siente muy bien porque ella va muy bien en la lectura y luego la maestra Miss Bates le dice: ya lee, Dayi, ya lee en inglés, y aparte que a ella le encanta el idioma, le encanta el inglés. Mi motivación para ella fue decirle que las personas que leen mucho son más inteligentes. Y lo único que la motiva a ella para leer es que yo la esté escuchando y que la esté mirando. Eso es lo que ella hace, el leer y el que...
So we were in media one day and we were reading a book called Elephants Can Paint Too. It's from the point of view of an art teacher who taught elephants how to paint. She was comparing and contrasting her human students and her elephant students to what painting abilities they have and can do.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about the elephant painting we bought. So here's a picture of Lakshmi is her name, and she's painting. So as a part of an IB school, we wanted to take action somehow.
So the coffee bar was to raise money for the painting, and we gave teachers coffees, we gave kids baked goods, and we raised $200 for it, and that was our goal. So we achieved it, and I'm going to lend it over to Cadence.
This is the painting that we bought, and we all agreed on it. Lakshmi, he painted it freely, and he was a very artistic elephant.
And the coolest part was it all started with the book.
This is Christina Rivera, and she is a parent of 2 children at Dillon Valley.
And to be completely honest, I was not a huge fan of adding 20 to 30 minutes onto our evening rituals because I wanted her to have some downtime from school. Because of that, I also didn't want her to miss out on her recess. And I didn't make it a secret that I was not a fan of the students being required to read this much every single night. I will say that I have seen the light, and now my opinion is 180 degrees the other direction. Within that year, my daughter jumped 2 grade levels in her reading, and it's not anything that I was doing. It's what the school was doing here with their programming, and their programming included this component that was out of school reading. More important to me than the fact that she has jumped in grade levels, her reading level, is the fact that she has developed this amazing love, obsession really, for reading, and I can't get her sometimes to put a book down to do anything else.
When I see these posters in the hallway, it makes me get to know people better because I know what books they like to read.
Y quiero decirle que DVE no nomás tiene libros en la librería, también tiene en P como World Records Books, que me gustan a mí. Y ese es el programa de DVE, que leemos mucho y aprendamos más.
Today to talk about one of my favorite authors, Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs is just an amazing author. Every time I pick up a book, I'm going on an adventure. Really fun this year to get some of my fourth graders, especially the boys, but also girls, hooked on Will Hobbs just for the love of reading and really taking that journey through literature.
This is a place where you can find books. Like in the library, there is no big name books, and I put my name up here, and someone found the book for me.
And how are you excited? Why do you like Big Nate?
Because I like the books. Because there is a different books, and there's funny stuff in it.
What I'm noticing now, working at Dillon Valley, is that we have a really different culture around reading. Students love to read to self in class. They have whole boxes of books that they choose from in my third grade class. They can spend quite an amazing amount of time reading and love it. They are reading at home every night, taking home a selection of books and choosing to read. They're really upset if we don't have time at the regular time of day because we're doing something else as a class. So I'm really noticing that the culture here shapes what students do as readers, and I really believe that we're creating lifelong readers and people who will go out into the world loving books and using books to find information and to learn things.
I'm going to read you the author page. I like reading because you learn more things when you are reading, because in books you find words and magic and mystery, but you don't know the thing that's happening in the book unless you read. Okay, so read.